Hello everyone, welcome to today's review. So today we are going to look at this makeup I bought not so far long ago. I have it like a week. It's by the brand Astor, as you can clearly say. It's the Perfect Stay Foundation, 24 hours stay with perfect primer or perfect skin primer in it. It has also sun protection factor 20. And it is in the shade 91 Light Ivory, which is actually the palest that you can get, or at least here in Europe. I need really pale makeup, and mostly what I need is a little bit pink undertone, and that's what it has. So if you're looking for something extremely light with pinkish kind of color, that would be your foundation. First, we're gonna apply the foundation so that you can see the coverage and everything. I'm gonna do it with a sponge. And we're gonna look at the foundation always after several hours. I'm not gonna correct anything, I'm just gonna leave it as it is after I applied that, and so you can see how the foundation lasts. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So let's start first with the applying. For my skin, personally, I find that the best way to apply a foundation is to dab it on with a little makeup sponge. For some reason, it always works on my skin better than with a brush, but you can of course try both ways and see whatever works for you best. The coverage is quite strong, and that is something I'm definitely happy with because the skin looks like airbrushed afterward. The finish is kind of demi-matte, maybe a little bit less than that on my nose area, so I definitely need a powder, and I used the D-Slick powder by Urban Decay for that. A close-up with the powder and a blush on it without any other makeup. So after I applied makeup, it was like half an hour later, everything still looks intact. Here are several clips where you can see how the makeup looks 2 hours later. I didn't correct anything, I didn't add any powder or didn't absorb any oil, so this is how it looks just naturally after 2 hours. So now, even several hours later, it started shining a little bit on the nose crease, left and right, but other than that, everything is still fine. Let's have another look 1.5 hours later. I think that the shiny spots are a little bit more distinct, and I felt like I definitely need to absorb the oil. So I took just a regular cosmetic paper, or it's actually a cosmetic tissue. I pressed it very gently on the nose area and on my forehead. It absorbed the fat, and for a while the makeup was okay again. And yeah, you can see after the absorbing, it's fine. So I thought I'm going to look at the situation an hour later, and I think it's pretty much the same like after absorbing the oily spots. The only thing I can see is that I rubbed a tiny little bit at the nose area off, but that's due my nose cleaning because I caught a little cold, so that was necessary, but I think when you're a bit further from the face it looks fine. I decided to try to add on a little bit more of the powder so that we can see how it's gonna look. one last look at the foundation. So you can see that I had to absorb oil and powder a little bit more. It's 8 o'clock in the evening, and around the nose area, clearly the color or the makeup started kind of moving out of the crease, and I have a feeling that there were several tiny dry spots that were more defined, but it wasn't that bad. When you were a little further away you couldn't see it, but when you're closer then you can notice. Now you have seen how the foundation looks after more than 8 hours wearing, and I have decided I'm going to choose 7 categories in which I'm going to award points for each category for any foundation I'm going to do review about. And we're gonna start right away with that. So there are 7 categories. The first category is the shade. The second is the consistency and the scent. Third is going to be the coverage. 4, the finish. 5th is how long the foundation lasts. The 6th category is going to be the relation between the price and the quality, and the last category is the overall impression. That means how I think about the feeling on my skin, the packaging and stuff. So the first category, the shade. I was extremely delighted to find such a light shade, because I think anyone who has either really dark or pale skin knows how hard it is to find the right shade of your foundation. And I have the problem with the light shades mostly. Even the lightest foundation from drugstore is too dark for my skin tone, or it is too yellowish, and then it doesn't really, you know, connect with my skin tone, and I look really creepy with that. And especially in the winter months I'm getting even paler than usual, and for that the light ivory is really perfect. I have seen they have a really wide range of colors, so I think this is great, and that's why I'm awarding 1 full point for the shades. The second category was the consistency and the scent. So this is how the foundation looks like. It is kind of liquid, but really thick liquid, which is very convenient. And as to the scent, absolutely lovely. It has a scent like some beautiful body lotion or moisturizer. I just love it. So definitely 1 full point. So the foundation already earned 2 points. The third point is the coverage. There's nothing negative I could say about, because it covered the red places around my nose, because I have kind of a lot of little veins here, and then I have light spots on my skin, on my forehead, where I have some problems with my pigments. So I think for that definitely entire point. The fourth category was the finish. Here I'm going to give the foundation only 3/4 of points, because I wished it was a little bit matter. Although I think it still has a nice, quite natural finish, but without a powder I couldn't go out of the house. So I definitely need to set it with powder, which I always do with any foundations, but still it could have been a little bit matter. This is just my wish. I'm a really difficult customer. The fifth point is lasting of the foundation. There it gets also only 3/4 points, because I think when you name a foundation with 24 hours, then after 5 hours there should be no shiny spots, and I have seen that several spots around the nose started to shine a little bit. It wasn't too much, and it is mostly due to my skin, because I have mixed skin, and especially this part is just like oily, crazy place. But nevertheless, I think because the name is 24 hours, it should happen. I think I would be happy if it happened after 8 hours, but not sooner, so that's why 3/4 points. The sixth point was the relation between the price and the quality. For that, definitely full points. So now we have 6.5 points already, because it's just like €9.90 or something like that. I own also foundations for 42 euros. I have also like foundations for 250. So it is in the lower part, you know, like in the first half, and it is kind of in the middle there. So I think this is a really good price, and I think overall the quality is really great, and I am really impressed with this foundation. So definitely 1 point, so 6.5 points. The seventh and last category is the overall impression, which is definitely absolutely positive. And I cannot count, so we had 4.5 points, then 5.5, and now we have 6.5 points. So for me, I would get a D from math, but the foundation gets 6.5 points, and I finally calculated it correctly at the end. Anyway, I think you understood what I mean even though I was wrong with the numbers. So definitely overall full points because I like the glass. The only thing I don't like so much is that it's written in white, and I think for someone who has reading glasses or who has problems with their eyes, it would be really difficult to read. So that could have been better, but nevertheless, this is just a tiny little thing. I like the glass, and I like even the little pump on the top, the how is it called in English? It's like the thing you push down. Yep, we call in German it's called Pumpe, Pümpchen, whatever you call it. I just like it. So you can write me down below to the comments what is this part called. I just can't think of the English word right now. Anyway, what I also like is that it's not too expensive. Even though it doesn't last flawlessly the whole day, I still think that it lasts really great. I like the shade, I like the feeling that that is on the skin when I use it. It's very easy to remove, and I never had any spots on my clothing when I got dressed, so definitely absolutely positive. So from 7 it got 6.5 points, which is awesome. And that's it for today's foundation review. Next time I'm going to film a review about the foundation, I'm gonna award the same points in the same categories, so it's gonna be easier for you. And I hope you liked that video. If yes, then let me know with a thumb up or a comment. And I would love to hear from you guys. If you use this foundation, what shade do you have? Do you have trouble finding your shade with this product, or is it easy for you? Do you like it? Whatever, just tell me your impressions. I want to hear it from you. And if you're for the first time here, then welcome. It's great for you stopping by. If you want to, you can subscribe to my channel. It's for free. And if you want to, you can also follow me via Facebook or Instagram. And you can also check out my Facebook page, not Facebook page, my webpage. Links are in the info below the video. And I wish you a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!